take no for what? I pay $1,000. I don't get no. No, you know what I get? I get $1,000.
Jenny!
You get back in here, young'un! You come back here! I paid for you, you tramp!
Jenny!
Who is she, B?
Her name's Ginny. She babysits for me sometimes.
Jenny, can you hear me? Jenny, who did this to you? Where were you tonight?
Pinecrest.
B, the Pinecrest is a hooker motel.
Oh, Dan, she's only 16 and she's a good girl. I know her.
Jenny, what were you doing there? What happened tonight? Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Call an ambulance, get her to Valley Hospital, have Dr. Rosen take a look at her.
Wait, where are you going?
Going to Metro to talk to Nelson.
No, don't get the police involved yet.
B, I can't let whoever did this get away with it.
Dan, you take care of it. I don't want her family hurt. Dan, please, let me be your client for once, okay?
You can't afford me.
Well, take it out my salary.
I don't pay you enough. Okay, I'll handle it. But for my own satisfaction, too. I'm gonna nail this guy.
Come on, baby.
No parking, move it. You the car, huh? You move it. I'm security.
You know, Tanner, there's something I dislike instinctively.
What's that, Wellman?
Well, like the income tax raid in July and big-footed Seamuses busting in here unannounced.
Daniel K. Tanner, private investigations on business. I'm announced. Need me?
Maybe. Wait outside. So what do you want, Tanner?
An hour ago, a high school girl was beaten up in one of your rooms, and I want the guy who did it. That's what I want.
I see. Well, what room was it?
I don't know, but we're gonna check them all, aren't we?
I didn't see no high school girl. Someone must have brought her here.
Yeah, she must have slipped by you and your security guard when you weren't looking.
We'll start with these 3 singles. Let's see now. No, we don't have a key for number 8.
Some decor. Your guests usually leave the rooms like this?
It happens. This fella, I don't recall.
Well, don't tell me he registered as Mr. Smith.
Yeah, how'd you guess? Mr. Smith. As you can see, he's split, and he's left no forwarding address.
Well, Mr. Smith has red hair. And, I'd say he was from Texas. I'm gonna need this.
Sure, keep it. He won't be back. Look, I've got a business to run. Does this wrap it up?
This is just the beginning. Thanks.
Where in the hell were you when all this was going on?
Paging Mr. Butler, Mr. Jack Butler. Paging Mr. Cohen, Mr. Bert Cohen.
Mrs. Binns are talking to you. This is my dollar. One win.
Paging Mr.
One time.
Tomaszewski, Mr. Tomaszewski.
Binzer, aren't you on duty?
What duty?
Aren't you working poolside?
It's nighttime. People don't swim at night. I don't have to work at night. Excuse me.
Ah, you're losing again.
You ought to be a detective.
Come on,
I'm
come on.
working
I
this
want
machine.
to talk to you. Listen to me. I want you to make a phone call for me in a few hours.
Can I make the phone call now? I might save some money.
Now, look, just call the Tamworth Department Store in Houston.
Tamworth.
They should be open around 9 o'clock Texas time. Check on the sale of men's toilets kits. This one's personally monogrammed RG. As you can see, it's rather new.
Didn't know you could make a toilet from a kit.
Just make the call.
You want to find the man that owns it?
Absolutely.
Want to return it to him?
Personally. Careful with the prints. You're never going to win at that.
She's been mumbling something about the Pinecrest Motel.
Okay, I guess that's it for now. There's nothing more we can do until she comes out of shock.
Officer, will you tell me how you found out about this?
It's automatic. The hospital passes information to us on all cases of unexplained injuries. And we check it out, that's all.
I see.
Mrs. Miller, you're lucky your daughter wasn't killed. The Pinecrest is the pits.
What's he trying to tell me, Mrs. Travis? Please.
Well, the Pinecrest Motel has a very shady reputation.
They think my Jenny's a prostitute?
Well, we don't think that, Mrs. Miller.
Dan Tanner's a very good friend of mine, and he's a private investigator.
Look, Mr. Tanner, it hasn't been easy for me to raise 3 kids by myself. But one thing we are is respectable. Whatever happened in that motel, it wasn't Jenny's fault. And I want you to prove that. I want you to find the man that did this to her. I'll pay you, Mr. Tanner. However long it takes, you'll get your money.
Well, as it turns out, Mrs. Miller, I already have a client. But you can't help by answering a few questions.
Jenny's half my life, you know. This family wouldn't survive without her. I mean, she babysits on weekends for extra money, and weeknights, she takes care of the kids for me while I work.
Sarah's a waitress, Dan.
I can't work days because Jenny's at school.
What school is that?
Crescent High. She's an A student.
Tracy? Oh, wait a minute. Where were you last night? I waited for you.
You
Cost me a lot of money, you know. $1,000.
Couldn't do it. You can't make me.
No. You know, that's true. I can't make you. But I think maybe you should take a look at this. Well, that wasn't an accident. The storekeeper's daughter attended Crescent High. She was stubborn and cooperative, just like you. But Tracy, you wouldn't want anything to happen to your daddy, would you? At the factory or on the freeway? You think it over. Don't take too long.
Yes, of course I'll talk to her classmates and let you know. That's okay, officer. Call me anytime. Now, Mr. Tanner, as I was saying before the police called, it takes a lot to surprise a counselor these days. But I have to tell you, when you telephoned, I was shocked. She's a nice kid. Well, what was she doing in a place like that?
Well, I was hoping that you could tell me that, Mr. Henderson.
I can only assume that some man, some pervert, tricked her. Somehow forced her into going with him. That Jenny panicked and he beat up on her.
Maybe so. Can you tell me more about Jenny's schoolwork, her friends, her activities?
She's a good student and popular. No problems. Till now.
May I see that?
Sorry. These are confidential.
Winning the high jump and flunking history is top secret?
It's a long time since you were in high school, Mr. Tanner. Today, we try to get a total picture of each student. Family background, hereditary characteristics, medical records, misdemeanors at inside and outside school, social rating, complete personality profiles.
That's very interesting. But who does have access to that information?
I make it a rule to give different faculty members only the relevant sections. That is, the basketball coach has access to the medical history, the math teacher academic record, and so on. No one sees the entire file.
Except you, of course.
Well, naturally. Mine is a position of trust, Mr. Tanner. Oh, you said on the phone that you wanted some information about Jenny's leisure time activities, too. Can you be more specific?
Specific, Mr. Henderson?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find out who did this to Jenny Miller, and I'm gonna keep him from hurting any other young girl. Now, I would think that a man whose vocation was to help and advise young people might want to help me do that. Specifically, even break the rules. Now, you think about that. Be in touch.
Tanner, I've heard that name before.
He's a private detective.
Oh? Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
You didn't tell me Jenny Miller was in the hospital. He wants to know why. And so do I.
Well, let's just call it an occupational hazard. Look, we have 3 big conventions coming in next week. We're gonna have plenty of clients. So why don't you just show me what you have lined up for them?
I still don't understand how you managed to convince the girls that all those accidents were really arranged by you.
You know, there's nothing in the world as highly strung, as impressionable, as gullible as an adolescent young girl. These girls really think I killed all these people in the headlines. I'll tell you what, I can convince them that I'm the reincarnation of Attila the Hun.
Well, I try to pick girls with vivid imaginations under emotional stress.
Yes, and you do. And that's why we make such a good team. And we're not gonna let one little slip-up spoil that, are we?
How do you intend to deal with him?
Quickly, Henderson. And finally,
Want to try this?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. This one?
That one.
The RG you asked about stands for Richard Grover.
Yeah.
He's a redhead, Dan. Could be his hair you found in the brush. Am I doing this right?
Keep shooting and lose your aim.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm looking for Richard Grover. I understand this is his suite.
Yeah. I'm Richard Grover. What can I do for you?
Ah. Is that the color for today?
How's that?
Well, your hair was red yesterday. And it smells like you changed your aftershave.
That's just a little joke. Come in. Alpha's my name and Stud Poker's my game. As you can see, we got a little business meeting going on here.
Yeah, so I see.
Hey, he's a friend of Dick's. What do you want to drink?
How about a beer?
Good.
Listen, where's your bathroom?
Hey, right in there. Help yourself.
Thanks. Delilah.
Dantana.
Hi.
Now I know I'm in hot water.
Oh, no, relax. You're clean. Did you ever think of locking the door?
Wouldn't get my back rubbed that way. Or it wouldn't do anything for my social life. You want a case, Dan? Should I get out of here?
Oh, no. Just stay right where you are. I'm looking for a Richard Grover.
Well, he's not here. So why don't you come over and rub my back?
Well, I'd love to come rub your back, but
Hey, you two know each other?
Sure. I tried to hire him once when my second husband was missing. Remember, Dan?
Hire him?
He's the best private eye in town.
Private eye?
Yeah.
You said you were his friend.
No, I didn't say that. You said that.
You lousy snooper. Hey, wait a minute. Dick's wife sent you, right?
Wrong.
Hey, wait just a minute. I'll ask you a couple of questions, buddy.
Now, look, you guys have a nice, quiet party going here. Why don't you just keep it that way?
You conjure yourself in here, you question abroad. I want to tell you something, Buster. We got a code here. We look out for one another, all for one.
All for one, but not one for all, huh?
Nelson.
Dave, do me a favor. Put out a make on a Richard Grover.
Why? What's up?
It's a personal favor. I want this guy.
All right, Dan, you got it.
Terrific.
Dr. Grenfell, report to Dr. Marr in administration.
Let me check the chart.
Orderlies not assigned to duty, report
Jenny is in a state of shock still. She's withdrawn. She's almost catatonic. And the condition is hysterical. But that doesn't mean that it's any the less real. And there's been no change in the last few hours. You see her, Mr. Tanner. Talk to her. Maybe you can get through to her.
I'll see what I can do.
Nurse Bartlett called physical therapy on 214.
Wait a minute. What's he doing in Jenny's room?
TV repairman.
Girl who's catatonic?
Check it out, Doc. It's probably poisonous.
Paging Mr. Tanner. Paging Mr. Tanner.
Finish your phone to take a call. This is Dan Tanner. You have a call for me?
Nelson, we found your Richard Grover.
Terrific. Where?
In a hole in the ground out by the Wentworth spread. And it's definitely unterrific. Now get out here, because you're really in trouble this time, man.
Thanks.
Grover was shot point blank. Why?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I said, Dave.
Dan, you were after him and you were angry.
Yeah, I think he beat up a young girl, Jenny Miller.
You mean some young hooker tried to cheat him?
No, she's not a hooker. B doesn't think so, neither does Jenny's mother.
Oh, that's marvelous. Two impartial witnesses, right? Now I've heard it all. She could have killed him.
Now, you're wrong, Dave. She's a victim. She was coerced in some way. Just trust me, okay?
Coerced why?
I don't know why. Maybe she saw something at the motel. Maybe that's why somebody tried to kill her. Twice.
Well, she wouldn't be the first high school co-ed to end up on a slab with a tag on her toe. We've had a lot of beatings lately.
What?
Yeah, even a 15-year-old.
Well, why didn't you tell me this?
Why didn't you tell me about Jenny Miller?
Okay. So what's your next move?
Well, I'm going to assume that there's someone preying on these young kids, procuring for men with an appetite for teeny boppers and pom-pom girls. So I'm going over to the Pinecrest Motel and rip it apart and see what falls out of the woodwork. Meanwhile, I have a suggestion for you. I'd find a better answer than I don't know.
You know, Dave, I think I know where I just might get lucky.
Do the real thing for me now. Okay, the real
717.
Gonna build a mountain. Yes, come on. Bring them down. Bring them down. Give me them little red genies, baby. Come on. Yes. All right. Good. Kiss me, lady, now. Good. Go for chicky, baby.
7.
Hey, Chicky, looking good,
Hey,
good.
Dan the man. I'm hotter than the devil's tomcat, baby.
Hey, listen, I want to talk to you.
Talk, man. Look, bet I'm on fire, man.
Oh, I'm going to bet. Here you go.
What you doing, man? Trying to hex me?
Hey, just roll the dice.
How you betting against the winner?
Hey, come on, play the game, huh?
Yeah, do it again. Coming out again. That's coming out.
Craps. Hey, how about that, huh? My lucky day.
Whatever it is you wanted, sport. You ain't getting it now, that's for sure.
Hey, wait a second. Let me get my money here. Hey, where's your gratitude,
I
man?
left it on the table.
Hey, come on, you got to have $6,000 here. I mean, that almost makes you solvent.
What do you mean?
Oh, I mean, you must owe markers to every bookie in town. Benny Kingman included. You're going to make a lot of people very happy, Chicky.
Hey, Dan, now look, I mean, You tell Benny and the others, man, they're gonna take the whole lot, man. I won't have enough left for coffee. They'll carve it up. Now, you wouldn't do that to old Chickie, though, would you, babe?
You just try me. Maybe turning you over to Benny Kingman might be too good for you. Now that you're running high school girls for prostitution.
No, wait a minute, man. Look, I got kids of my own. It's one thing to be a pimp, Tanner, but to suggest that I run teeny boppers disgusts me, man. Yeah. Wait a minute, no, wait. I want to know who told you that, because I'm going to break his legs.
Well, it's a very profitable business these days. A growing demand, limited supply.
It stinks, man. Clients like that ain't normal. They're sick, twisted. Now, you listen to me. Now, just maybe there's some dude specializing, selling young dollies at $1,000 a throw. But it ain't me.
Well, Chickie, it is possible you might be telling me the truth, but I do need to know the name of this specialist.
I don't know.
Maybe you know Benny Kingman's phone number. I want to call him and place a bet. Come on, Chickie, the specialist.
I don't know his name. I just heard about him being here, hanging out at Gibby's Disco. You can find him through the bartender, they say.
Thanks.
Talk to you later.
Jack, there's a guy over at the bar, in from Texas, and he's looking for a lot of action. He wants something young and innocent.
Sam, I don't pay you enough.
Sure you do.
Well, could you use a little more discretion? Could you do that for me? It's a little late to play dumb, though, isn't it? Sam, do me a favor, would you? You go back over there and you tell the gentleman to come and talk to me.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Oh, real good, real good. Listen, the fellow over there said you could probably fix me up.
Fix you up with what?
Well, you know.
No, I don't know.
Well, I wasn't thinking of one of those hard professional types. I was thinking more of a fresh, young, sweet-faced thing, you know. Of course, if you're not the man to do the job, I have to go somewhere else.
I might know someone.
Oh, well, that's good. That's real good. Mr.
It's a friend of mine. It's expensive.
Well, yeah, a fella told me that, too. That's no problem.
That's no problem?
No problem at all.
Well, I'll tell you what you do. You take $1,000 and you bring it with you in small notes. You come to the Mirage Motel on Harper Street.
Right.
You come up and you knock on room 25.
Okay, the Mirage Motel, room 25 on Harper Street. What time?
How's 8 o'clock sound to you?
That sounds real good. Thanks very much.
Tana Investigations.
Binzer.
Dan, hang on a second. Listen, I've been trying to reach you. Lieutenant Nelson wants you at headquarters right now.
Did he say why?
He sounded mad, Dan. They found Ginny's fingerprints all over the motel room at the Pinecrest Motel.
Listen, he put a police guard on her, and he says he's going to hold her as an accessory to Grover's murder.
Bean, now listen carefully. Contact the lieutenant. Tell him I'm on my way to the Mirage Motel. Tell him I think I'm on to the killer. But he might be on to me, too.
I'll tell him, Dan.
Listen, Dan, is there anything I can do for you?
Now, you check on Jenny. Let me know if there's any change.
Okay, fine.
Why don't you close your eyes and make out like it's John Travolta? He's not gonna hurt you. Anyway, I'll be in the other room. And don't forget to lock the door after he comes in.
I need the money right now. What are you doing?
Where's the man who brought you here?
I don't know what you mean.
Look out! Come on, let's get out of here.
Police, open up.
I'll be just fine. Why don't you
Closer,
would you just let go of my arm? Thank you very much.
Doctor said the bullet missed his brain by 2 inches.
What brain? If he had one, he wouldn't have gone to that motel alone. Here's your slug. We dug it out of the framework. Fortunately, the wood was soft, so it didn't flatten. Came from the same weapon that killed Grover. Who did it, Dan? I told you I was gonna need some answers.
Dave, just give me a few minutes and maybe I can give you those answers. B, would you and Binzer wait outside with the lieutenant? Tracy, please stay.
All right. But I'm not gonna leave this hospital until somebody gives me a complete statement.
Mrs. Thompson, please report to front desk.
Tracy, you heard the lieutenant. No, I haven't told him anything about why you're at the motel, but I can't keep it from him much longer.
So tell him. Go ahead. It's not gonna make any difference now.
No, look, don't be so sure. I mean, you could have left me there last night. But you stayed and you tried to help me. No, I want to try to help you. Tracy, listen to me. That man might be trying right now to pressure some other girl into going with some stranger. Forcing her somehow. Another decent young girl like you. Like Jenny. I have to know his name. I want you to tell me who he is.
He said if I didn't do it, something bad would happen to my dad. And that article was about the father of another girl who said no.
Did you tell your father about this?
The man's name is Avery. Jack Avery.
Do you know where I can find him? Jenny. Jenny, I know you can hear me. Jenny, we need for you to help us. Jenny, we have to find this Avery character. I need your help. Your friends need your help. We've got to stop him before another girl gets hurt or killed. Hi, Jenny. We've got to find him.
Find him? I don't know.
Have you seen him around anywhere? At school, maybe?
No. I saw him. I saw him a few times at school. He was coming out of Mr. Henderson's office.
Mr. Henderson, the head counselor. We're winning now. Tracy, I want you to come out and give your statement to Lieutenant Nelson.
Mr. Tanner, I meant to call you. I didn't have much luck with Jenny's friends yesterday, I'm afraid. I think they were worried about getting her into trouble.
Is that so?
Is there some other way I can help you? They're always kept locked.
Really? Well, someone sold your student files, Mr. Henderson. Your students' most intimate secrets. Their family backgrounds to a blackmailing pimp who is also a killer. And you told me, Mr. Henderson, that you're the only one who has access to these files.
Killer? Just what are you inferring?
I'm not inferring anything. I'm accusing you.
You get the hell out of this office, or I'll call the police.
Don't bother. I already called them. They're on the way. Polaroid negatives, pictures of young girls terrorized, exploited. Did you take these pictures, Mr. Henderson? Is the camera in your desk?
They're for the school yearbook.
That's curious. No male students, only young teenage girls, huh? You're worse than Jack Avery. Look at this, head counselor, huh? A position of trust. Didn't you tell me that? That these kids were your special charge, your responsibility? And you turned them over to be blackmailed, sexually abused, beaten up, murdered, maybe. You're disgusting.
Please, Tana, listen. You have to understand. Some of those young girls, I swear, I never thought there'd be killing.
Where's Jack Avery?
I don't know where he lives. He never would tell me. That's the truth. But he's got a string of horses out at Paco's Dude Ranch. He's crazy about horses. He's there every day.
Someone here to see him.
Easy girl, huh? It's all right, huh? You want some?
Right there, Avery. All right, let's go. bet you do.
Where's Spencer?
Spencer has a date with a slot machine. He'll be back as soon as he's broke, which will be very soon, I'm sure. You two are looking very grown up tonight.
Well, it's about time, huh? We don't know how to thank you, Mr. Tanner.
Enjoy the show.
How you doing?
Ah, I told you. Spencer, come on, I'll buy you a drink.
Ah, come on, you don't have to do that.
Hey.
One big.